All right. So years ago, I worked for one company, and they had this push that to about spans and layers and formulas, and you need to have X number of direct reports because that's efficient and effective. And I'm guessing that's not something you would recommend. But why is it that, again, people like to hear about sort of formula and versus dealing with people?
It saves thinking. So, that's what it is, Dan, isn't it? You don't have to think about it. You just plug it into a spreadsheet and let the spreadsheet manage the company for you. There is a need to do something about that. I mean, the spans of control are essential. What's happened recently in the large corporations in the UK is that middle management, or management at all, actually, apart from, of course, the people at the top, has been regarded as a zero worth asset. So what they do is expand their spans of control so massively that their people are then unable to manage their team. There's just far too many of them. But that doesn't matter if the management of the team is worthless. So that's the self-fulfilling prophecy that's come out of that, which is a shame. And it's coming back really to managing people by spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm going to be careful what I say here, but large companies tend, and it's not the case for all of them at all, but tend to regard the people side of management as, if they see it, as worthless. And they turn to a function, HR, who have never actually managed anybody in their lives usually, which really gets me. So they know the laws about hiring and firing, etc., and that's fine, and that's absolutely essential. Every company needs to be legal, but that's not the same as running people to get stuff done. Operations is getting people to get stuff done. It's that's what it is. And HR is not the people to talk to about that, I'm afraid.
So I'm going to circle back to earlier. You said that the company you worked for let you go for a master's and use the company information as data for your thesis. Why? What was it about that leadership team, the senior managers that said, "Yeah, we want Stephen to do that"? What made them different from other people? Because honestly, I'm not aware of too many other companies that may have taken that approach.
Well, that's a good question. I think there's a mixture, isn't there? There's always a mixture of feelings, emotions. So I think they were grateful for what I'd achieved. I'd made a massive increase in performance. I'd reduced lead times from 3 months to a week, and I'd saved about 50% of the floor space. So all massive impact. Of course, there is also the possibility they just wanted me to get another qualification and get me to move on. So, but yeah, it was interesting. I don't think they got the result they wanted. That's the problem. So, and they were no different to a lot of other managers, and certainly my boss at the time came from a dyed-in-the-wool corporate America. As a Brit, but he'd been working for an American company overseas for donkey's years, and so he had their ways. And so when I said this doesn't work, the data's here. That's the date that it was. That's the date that it was effected, and look at the performance in terms of how much work we're producing for the number of hours that we're putting in. And he wasn't impressed. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I say everybody knows that people work for money. So how can it not be true?
Ooh. So that's a classic case of don't confuse me with facts. My mind's made up already.
Yeah, yeah.